Yeah, I mean, we'd love to sit back and say we're happy that we hung tough, but honestly, that's not really the feeling right now. But on that note, there were a number of opportunities again where we could have given in, but guys fought, competed to get good shots to stop runs, and did a good job again of kind of banding together, and especially in timeouts, coming out of timeouts again, which they've been really good at so far this year. So I just think this game was pretty similar to the first three, and in the sense of we had a little lull in the second half, and with tonight we just kind of weren't able to get back over the hump and get back in front.
Coach, you guys were only able to get to the free throw line a few times tonight. Is that a testament to Michigan, or were you guys not aggressive enough, or maybe a little bit of both?
I'd probably say a little bit of both without watching it, the film, but just kind of seeing live. I mean, they're an elite defensive team. They do a really good job, and with Dickinson and Musa, they're always kind of in the back of your mind, I think. And of course, you can ask Bryce the same question, but those shots in the paint or those shots that are contested are a little more difficult when you got rim protectors back there. But I do think when we watch the film, we're going to see a number of opportunities where we maybe had an opportunity to get, instead of a good shot, a great shot. But again, this is the fourth game now in a row where we've gotten better offensively. I don't think that could be argued. So if there is a silver lining to it, it's that we're getting better offensively, and defensively we competed like crazy. We just couldn't get those stops when we needed.
Yeah, Kev, you said the other day you thought you'd guard them. You would do that. How do you think overall you did throughout the whole game?
I thought the guys guarded them. I thought they really did, and they competed. And again, that's a well-oiled machine, Michigan. And as I mentioned, I think to you the other day that they're where we want to be. You can just kind of see how in sync they are, and how in tune with each other they are. When things go a certain way, they're talking to each other. There's just a tone about them that kind of has that confidence of, we've all been here before, we've been in those battles. So, but yeah, I mean, 51%, isn't probably gonna get it done defensively. So, but again, I think that's as Brian said, that's a large part in credit to Michigan.
Coach, you said that they are where you guys want to be. How far would you say that your team is from being that?
It'd be hard to put a date on it necessarily, but I am happy and proud of our progress so far. Just from game 1 to game 4, I thought the defense was our staple and what we relied on in those first 3 games, whereas the offense really struggled. And I thought tonight we seemed like we were right there a couple times to kind of get right back in it, stop a run. And I think when we go back and watch it, the guys will see it, and being an older group, they'll recognize it and be able to grow from it pretty quick.
So losses are always tough, but what would you say that you learned from your guys tonight, even in this loss?
Well, I think it's just there's really no reason to not have a standard and an expectation about ourselves to be able to play in a game and compete and beat Michigan. Not saying we're ready to do that right now, but I don't think that with this group it's unfair to ask for and demand of that of them throughout the season, because I think that sometimes we just maybe don't demand enough out of them, and at this group we can continue to demand more out of them because we think they got a chance to be really good.
Bryce, how difficult was it to score at the rim against Michigan?
I'll say it was tough. They were a good defensive team. They used their athleticism real well, and they're able to try not to foul us by using their athleticism. So I feel like it's good. It's one of the best defensive teams in the nation. So they did a good job guarding us today.
And Kevin, in the second half, I think there was a 9-0 run Michigan went on that sort of pulled away, and you guys didn't ever really get back to tied or anything. What sort of happened there early in the second half that you thought got away from you?
Yeah, I just think that's kind of that same, it's kind of been the same story now for these games, and in the other games we weren't able to get it back. We also never got to 9 or 11, so this one was just a little different and a little different animal in Michigan. But yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for us to go back, look on the film, and now having experienced it against a team like Michigan, I think we can kind of go back to that mentally. So the next time we're in practice, the next time we're in a game, we can kind of recognize that. And one thing we talked about in the locker room was everybody's probably got something in their mind that they would have done differently. You know, it'll be different for every single player, but you know, how can we do that and not just make shots? Like, what would you do differently in this situation or that situation, and just kind of grow from that for Sunday.
For Bryce, along those same lines, did it kind of feel like a fight that you kept punching back every time they answered, and then just kind of didn't have that last answer?
Yeah, back to like, you know, what Coach said, you know, that happened to us, you know, our first 4 games against Michigan, you know, that just can't happen. That's something that we just got to get better at and just play the whole 40 minutes.
And for Kevin, this obviously you guys lost out on a chance to get that big signature win tonight, but you have another one coming up Sunday. What does this next kind of 44 hours, whatever it is, look like?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of see it as the same opportunity. This is, you know, Wichita is a great program that's got their, you know, their culture and their expectations of going to the tournament and winning games in the tournament. So to have another opportunity at it really is great for us as a program and great for us as a team this early, because we knew Michigan being where they were this early in the season that, you know, it was going to present kind of a different opportunity and a number of different things could happen. But, you know, Wichita is a very similar opportunity for the guys. And I think to have these 2 opportunities that we have here in this event this early is great for this group and can really do us nothing but positive things for the rest of the year.
Bryce, can you play off what Coach said about expecting to win games like this? Seasons go by fast. They need leaders to kind of point that out to players, no matter how early in the season you may be taking this on to raise the expectations just for this year alone.
Yeah, you know, it's a good test for us. You know, we're going to have a couple of other games that are coming up, and, you know, we're just going to keep on getting better from there. You know, we came in this game expecting to win. I'm proud of all the guys. I felt like we fought hard, and, you know, we're just going to keep getting better.
Coach, you're talking about how in the second half you're starting to slump and it's not going as good in the first half in the first couple games of the season. What adjustments are you going to be making in the future?
No, it's a great question. I think that's something that we've just got to keep watching film. I think this group, although we didn't go as deep in the rotation in the second half like we did in the first half, I still think this is a group that, you know, 1 through 13 or 1 through 11 now that are in uniform can give a positive and uplifting minutes if needed. So, you know, looking back on it, obviously it's 2020, but tonight maybe giving guys a little quick breather here, quick breather there, if we could do it again. But I think that's just kind of one of those things. Again, these guys are, you know, they play so hard and they all have kind of almost different skill sets. And you know, you wish you could play all of them at the same time and everybody be happy about it. But I think this is just kind of one of those where you got to go with your gut out there in the second half. And the guys were competing, and I think it's just be hard to say without looking at it because I do think every game with this group and the roster we have, it could be different as opposed to just kind of saying one thing that we'd change from here on out.
All right, I think that's it. Thanks, guys.
All right.